If you're new to this channel, I invite you to follow and subscribe to my channel if you like to see more of my content. And if you like my content, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe. And leave your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below. I really truly appreciate everything that you write and share with me. Yeah. Last video, I talked about balancing the 4 elements in our body. So that means balancing earth, balancing water, fire, and earth, water, fire, and air. And because we want to have a balanced life, we don't want to have too much water, too much air, too much earth, too much fire in whatever we do. So again, if just for a quick recap, when we say air, that means like the air signs, Aquarius, what else? Gemini, and I forgot. Air. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. These are air. And you have water, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. And earth, you have Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And fire, you have Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. So setting all astrology aside, okay, why I'm doing this in the first place? Because I tried different systems. I tried different ways to know myself. I tried MBTI, and then I tried Myers-Briggs. Yeah, that's MBTI. Myers-Briggs. I tried all sorts of things, and I figured out that the best way to know myself deeply is just by looking at the stars, looking at the star. So that means I look up and know my signs, know what is above. So that means knowing the planets, knowing the stars, knowing what is above us. So that means the planets, where it's placed, and how it affects me when I was born. Because when I was born, each of us is born. Like I said in the previous video, each of us have codes, different codes. When we arrive here on earth, we have different codes. And these codes are meant to be used according to the structure, according to how you were formed, according to how you were supposed to be. And because, when we arrive on earth, we have a lot of systems to figure out and a lot of dogmas and whatever. We experience manipulation and all of that. So these codes are now becoming the problem. Because your consciousness is now programmed, developed to survive Earth. But you cannot deny the codes that was placed in you when you were born. And these codes contain degrees, where the planet sits, rotation, what moon was, what lunar phase when you were born, what lunar phase was in, what placement, where was Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune placed in the solar system the moment you were born. Okay, so considering that, but just by looking at how I generally function, just having that, okay, I have Sagittarius Sun and it's in 10th house. I have my Scorpio Moon in 9th house. Then I have my Aquarius 1st house. So that means I have that ascendant. So when I have Aquarius ascendant, that means Leo as descendant. Then I will have, the rest is history. So I studied this for years, knowing that, okay, it's fun because it's astrology, one of the ancient teachings, one of the lost art, one of the lost science that we as modern humans supposed to have, but lost because many of us fear astrology. We fear the woo-woo stuff because, well, after the Inquisition everything after the conquistadores. After the conquistadors destroyed everything, then we lost this knowledge. And now it's coming back. And I use that knowledge to repair myself. It's an ancient way to repair my modern destroyed self. So if you say it's so woo-woo and all, so I don't care. But this is how I manage to repair myself and move myself through this lifetime accordingly. So for example, because my moon is in the Scorpio, so that means I have to understand my emotionality. And at that time, my emotionality was so bad. Like, I have a toxic Scorpio moon, Scorpio system. I have a lot of Scorpio in my system. And because I was so unhealthy, I grew up in a toxic situation. So I developed this toxic Scorpio behavior. Scorpio, like manipulation, betrayal, distrust, black and white thinking, all of these things encompass my, you could say, a volatile emotionality. But because my Sagittarius, my sun sign, wasn't really ready, wasn't really ready to welcome some deep thoughts. Because, like every Sagittarian will experience changes and drifts according to Jupiter. And Jupiter is revolving around the Earth every 7 years. So every 7 years you experience some kind of Jupiter influence. And at that time, I wasn't really concerned about these things, okay? I wasn't really following the nature of things. Because I believe that my plan is my plan and my deadline is my deadline. And whatever I have in mind, it should be there and it shouldn't be like that, the way it is. And the universe is not like that. The universe will have some own mind. And like my Mother Gaia is holding Earth, and Earth is a complex machine in itself, okay? A machine that holds 4 elements that creates the balance. And yeah, because we have so much imbalance today, that's why we're here now. Like we're kind of forced to just sit down and just ask ourselves, why are we doing this? Why am I feeling like this? And because of that imbalance, yeah, I want to survive Earth and I want to live longer. I want to be healthier. I want to be better, not just for myself, but for the people that I love and care. So because of that, I went to, like going ancient and integrate the ancient ways in my modern life. And it has been so helpful. And what I've learned in the last few years, 3 years to be exact, integrating all these ancient lessons in my modern life, it has been so helpful that now I'm sharing them with you. And you think it's just woo-woo and all, but yeah, if it helps me, I believe that it helps you too. But it depends, because you are not me and I'm not you. So however I implemented this will be different in your case, because that's your decision. Okay, and like I said in the previous video, I don't want you to be just a follower. I don't want sheeps. I don't want sheeps. I want thinking individuals, discerning individuals who know to critical think. I think critically. I mean, I want you to be critically thinking about anything that you consume, including me and my content. Okay, so because of that, I encourage you to look at the stars, look at your astrology chart, and note what placement it is or is in, and from there you will know and figure out that, yeah, this is me and this is how I'm supposed to be. But because of the programming and the lessons that I learned from adults and all, surviving trauma, overcoming trauma, surviving life, the harsh life, then this is changing you. But you cannot deny the codes that's placed in you. Okay, so let's say, like to make this analogy simpler, allow me to use PC and CPU as an example. For sure, you have this high-powered PC that has 1 terabyte storage, or let's say half of it, because you buy cheap and you didn't have enough budget to start, so you have this cheap 200 euro PC just to start with. But doesn't mean that you will just use the PC without even try to upgrade it. So you will buy motherboards, you will buy hard drives, better hard drives, you will buy better lines, cables, just to make sure that this PC will run good according to your standards, right? So the same way, you are this cheap PC, okay? Although you're not cheap, but because you lost the value in life after all what you've been through, okay? After all what you've been through, you see yourself as a cheap PC. What will you do, okay? So you want to upgrade your hard drives. You want to upgrade your motherboard. You want to have a better motherboard because the rest are working. You just need a proper working system to, of course, do your work, right? And because of that, you want to risk being plucked out of your system. So that's uncomfy. Being plucked out and being trimmed, that's uncomfy. And it might take a while because maybe you still have to work for the weekend just to save some money to have enough money to buy motherboards. Or maybe you still need more time to research to fit the better motherboard or hard drives, whatever you need. So similarly, your body, yourself, your present self is like a PC. And just by realizing that you're a cheap PC and you want to work hard because you want to integrate AI in your system, because you want to work with AI, so you better have a better system. So what do? So you upgrade this, you upgrade that, you upgrade this, you upgrade that. That means you have to welcome changes, you have to welcome drifts and waiting time, patience, and with that, it requires some balance of your emotions, balance of your intellect, balance of overthinking, balance of how steadfast and systematical, strategic you are, how stable you are. It challenges your thoughts, your feelings, your action, your yang, your yin, because to be a better PC, to be a better system that will help everyone, you understand that you have to go through changes and balance with the goal of achieving balance in your life. These changes will bring you something in the future, but it's up to you to decide to take the big step, to take a big leap of faith just to get there. And I'm not saying this because I feel like this is how I really feel. I mean, this is really like just by talking to you, speaking to you in front of the camera just like this and be comfortable speaking to you like this. I mean, if you've been following me on social media, how long was it? Like I started 2023 filming myself, and then it was like I was on the couch and I was just like, I don't know, I was just starting out. And now after more than 100 videos uploaded, this is now I speak. But if I look back on my videos that I produced in the past, it took me a risk. Just holding the phone like that and record myself took me a lot of courage. Because why? I have a toxic Scorpio emotionality. And what does that mean? Secrecy, secretive, not really willing to disclose everything, even if it's just minimal things. I love secrets, but at that time it's so toxic that people around me don't even know what I want. Okay? So people that I love don't even know me truly because I just keep them within myself. They don't know how I think and feel about things because I just keep them with myself. Because self-control is power for Scorpios. Self-control in a sense, because it has the word control, that's why Scorpios like it. And it doesn't even matter if it's control with self and controlling others. It's two-way street, okay? And because I don't want to be the kind of Scorpio, I want to be a helpful Scorpio in this lifetime. I don't want to stay in that gunky, thick Scorpio river where it's just black and white. I mean, I don't like to be there. I want to be the Scorpio can just float, float like the river and just follow the streams where it goes and be exploratory like the Sagittarius would like to do. But to do that, to do exactly that, I have to go through a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, hard work, balancing the systems in my body. So that means the present self, the earth, has to be stable. My emotions have to be stable. My overthinking must be removed. Not really removed, but controlled. The healthy control. Okay? Healthy control. There's nothing wrong with controlling things, but like you control the important, like the necessary things. You don't control everything. You control what's like, imagine systems, machines that have no control, then we'll just be overspeeding. I mean, if the pump has no control, then every pump will just be exploding with too much pressure from water pressure or whatever. I mean, that's not what we want. Okay, we want balance to make things work, and in the same way, we want to be balanced ourselves. Okay, we want to be balanced ourselves to make things work accordingly. Okay, and you don't want to be the hassle. You don't want to be the drama queen. You don't want to be the Kevin. You don't want to be the Karen of the group. Then you need to evaluate what you've been doing. If this is not the life you want, then do something. And what's the first step? Acknowledge that you are the problem. Acknowledge that you have the problem. Acknowledge that you have problems. Acknowledge that you will have problems in the future. But even if you have more and more problems in the future, if you have a stable earth, then that doesn't matter anymore. Problems, criticisms, opinions about you, what other people think, that's air. That's if you have a stable earth, right? If you have a stable wind, air, if you have a stable fire, you have a stable water, then what else can destroy you? Okay, so if you understand what I'm trying to say in the last couple of minutes, I know this is a lot of astrology and a lot of stuff that you don't think that I will be talking about, but these have been the systems that's why I ended up with those videos that I produced in the last couple of weeks, like loosen up, slow down, because I want to balance it. I want to balance my hectic rush of life with slowness in life. I don't want to be in the yang energy all the time, right? I want to be in a yin and respect my yin. And this is my yin. Just talking to you, having no scripts, just filming myself and just loosen up and slowing down, because I know that later I will have a lot of things to do, but I don't want that to be I don't want that to suffer my need for self-care. I need to have some break time and just watch every little thing that comes my way, the birds, and just feel the earth, feel the air, and just do things that enriches my soul. And that's a lot for me. A lot in a way where this stimuli, this create experience. And it's up to me to decide, I will have a bad day today or I will have a good day or neutral. Same to you too. It's up to you if you allow these things to conquer your mind, or if you allow these people to have some mental space and pay and have a rent without paying rent. You're thinking about them, just feeling bad, and you'll have cardiac issues later on while they do something else, and here you are sulking over their deeds. So that's not what you want, right? You want to be the kind of person who's stable, balanced, and steward. That's how I can say that, the steward of the universe. And to be the stewards, to be the son of God, to be the children of God, what Catholics would say, the children of God. To be the children of God, then what? Kill each other? No, I know. No. So I hope that you understand this message, and I hope that this is like quite a very relaxed episode, and I hope that I could produce something like this in the future. Like just sitting down there without scripts and all. And I hope that you understand my point. Okay, that's the point of this episode. I like to keep it that way, like relaxed and just talking to you like a friend, because you are my friend and I care for you and I love you so much. So yeah, that's it for today. And if you have anything like questions, concerns, leave them in the comment section below. And if you're curious about me, all the links that you need are in the description below. And yeah, I have to charge now because it's already 3%. So see you in the next one. Cheers.